Okay, our next witness will be witness number 182, and it's on page 498 of your packet. Hello, Miss Witness, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I do hear you.
The chairman is going to give you an oath.
Sorry, could you just repeat the page number? Is it also in the supplemental?
Supplemental 498.
498, I think. Madam Witness, thank you for agreeing to testify before the tribunal. Could you repeat after me, please? I solemnly declare that I will speak the truth.
I solemnly declare to tell the truth,
Nothing but the truth.
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
It's now from counsel, followed by questions from the panel.
Miss Witness, you have decided to remain confidential, and for security reasons, I want you to be able to stay safe. With that in mind, I also want you to be careful when you discuss the location of where you are. Just for the panel's information, this is a place that we have not taken a lot of testimony from. So with that in mind, can you please tell the panel what you'd like to talk about with what you observed on November 16th?
A long time has passed since then. I don't remember very well whether it was the 24th of Aban or the 25th of Aban that I had gone to do something in the center of the city, and in the direction of the Adalat Square in my city. When I was walking in that direction, I realized that something was going on. There was a crowd, and when I approached the square, I realized that it was swelling. At one point I realized there were those who were fleeing. They were hitting each other and they were fleeing. And at that time that I realized my eyes were burning, and I realized that tear gas had been used. Really, I cannot give you all the details right now because I don't remember them anymore, but I do remember that people were fleeing, they would hit each other, they would fall on the ground, and there were forces who were hitting people and beating people up with their truncheons here and there. And when I wanted to reach my destination, I really didn't have the heart to continue or to go back. I joined the crowd and the gathering, and precisely where I was standing, I realized that there was one single shoe on the ground, and it showed that probably it belonged to a woman, a young woman. In any event, there was a single shoe on the ground without the owner of the shoe, and probably they had taken the person away. As I said before, I don't remember all the details, but we heard that in another part of the city, and I want to say that there were melee and the crowds in two areas of our city. And in one of these areas, I heard that from that area they had taken 2 or 3 people away. There were slogans being chanted. At times, the slogans were about general things, but at times they were also regarding the increase in the price of gas. And where I was standing, well, I have to also say that since I had lived in that place, I knew who the plainclothes people are. From their appearance, you can very quickly tell who they are. And it seemed that there were a number of them who were surrounding every individual so that they would not do anything, not to take any videos, etc. And when I turned to look at my mobile, I don't know whether I wanted to take a video or to talk in my mobile, a man who was standing behind me, he took his hand under his jacket and he made a very threatening motion towards me as if he were showing his weapon to me. I don't know whether I'm using the right expressions or not. It's as if he wanted to show me that he had a Colt on his waist that he was showing me. And I stood there for 2 or 3 hours, and at the end, you could see the members of the special unit coming in order to concentrate the crowd in one place so that they would not spread. And also we saw some armored vehicles, and I saw that they took 3 people away. The only things that I remember from that day are what I'm just telling you. I don't remember any other details. If you have any questions, I am at your disposal to answer them.
So in what you were observing, did you observe the protesters using any type of violence, throwing rocks, burning buildings, anything of that sort?
Not at all. Not at all. Absolutely not.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Could I ask a question or two, please? One moment, please. In your statement, Madam, you describe where the protest gathering was, and I'm not interested in the location, but you say this: the slogans chanted by protesters tended to target particular ethnic groups. And I just wondered, what were the slogans?
No, I haven't said that, no. No, I'm saying ethnic slogans. That's what I said, ethnic slogans.
Ethnic slogan. What were the ethnic slogans being uttered, shouted, spoken about?
It's something that relates. It's something that relates to the area, to the region. I cannot tell you.
Okay. So, I beg your pardon.
The ethnicity would show the location.
Okay. Forget that question then, Madam. Perhaps then this: were any slogans being chanted about the government? Could you repeat the answer you just gave, please?
No, they were not. No. These are slogans that are chanted, for example, during football games or during these circumstances. These are not violent slogans. Sorry, these were not violent slogans.
I'm just trying to understand whether the demonstration... I'm just trying...
I just asked the witness to wait until you finish your question and then she answers, because otherwise we'll just go back and forth and interrupt each other. Please go ahead, Mr. Chairman.
I'm just trying to understand whether we've heard a lot of evidence about different provinces and cities where people are protesting at this time against the central government, and particularly triggered by the rise in gas prices. And I'm just wondering if this protest is equally concerned with those things or concerned more with local issues. Are you able to say something about that, but without revealing your identity or your town?
Very precisely, the slogans were related to the gas, the increase in the price of the gas. That was the precise slogans. However, in between, you would have ethnic slogans. For example, you would say, long live such and such city, long live such and such region, long live such and such other city.
Thank you very much, madam.
Good morning, witness. I have one very short question, and it relates to your comment that there was a man on the street. He was dressed in regular clothes. He had his hand under his jacket as though he were reaching for a Colt. Is that correct? Is that what you said? I understood correctly?
Yes.
Is why the use of the term Colt?
I don't know the precise name of the weapon that he was wearing. Perhaps it was something else. In any event, it was a weapon that he was wearing on his belt. That I know.
The question wasn't all that clear, perhaps. The reason I asked is there's, of course, any number of different handguns available in the world. Is a Colt weapon, to your knowledge, related to any particular security group or police group or military group? And is that perhaps why you made that assumption, if you did? Individuals in their personal capacity do not have permission to use this kind of weapon. The only ones who have permission to use it is those who are related to military forces.
I think that's all the questions from the panel, Council.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Witness.
Thank you very much, Madam Witness, for agreeing to testify. We appreciate the efforts you've made. Thank you.